So next we have Linda Lauber, who has worked as a nutrient management plan writer for the Ohio State University Extension Office in Fulton County, assisting farmers in developing nutrient management plans in the Western Lake Erie Basin, and she is currently working for Souder Village as a natural resources coordinator. Linda, please.
Okay, I think I'm the only one really with the ag connection here. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, 3.5 years of working with the farmers on nutrient management plans. They're a stubborn bunch, a little slow to change. If you present this to them, they're just going to shut down. I can tell you that right now. But if you can show them the economic advantage of it, there are good farmers, there are bad farmers, just like everyone else. And educating them is going to be the key, and definitely the financial approach. I do have some concerns when you're talking about flipping land and plugging tiles. You know, from a hydrology point of view, water's going to flow around things too. So I'm not sure how that would work, but hopefully that you have a plan for that. The biggest problem we found with the farmers is that many of them do not even know their soil test. They may actually do soil testing, but the ag retailers maintain those records. When we go to develop nutrient management plans, we need their soil tests. You know, you can't do it without those. And many of them would say, oh, just call my ag retailer, or oh, I'll have to go get those from my ag retailer. Some of them, one farmer had, in 28 years, had never soil tested. And yet every year he was putting phosphorus and nitrogen on his fields. Well, if you don't know what's in there, you don't know how much to put on. A real key in this is, as we found, is a lot of times is the ag retailers. They're in the business of selling fertilizer. And if the farmer just says, oh, go ahead and put on what you put on last year, they're not going to argue with the farmer, even if they do know what his soil tests are. So the farmers have a lot, you know, the educational programs are there. OSU Extension does a great job offering seminars and things. And there are terrific farmers who are ahead of the ball game, you know, with no-till and cover cropping and putting best management practices on their fields. But there's you know, a group of them that don't attend any of this stuff, and my thoughts are they're going to have to sit down one-on-one with every farmer and say, let's look at your soil tests. Let's look at best management practices. Because the thing with the Western Lake Erie Basin is that the majority of it is farmland. More than any of the other Great Lakes, more than, you know, from Poland, that was interesting. The areas where there's more forest are the areas where it's cleaner water. Well, that's the problem with the Western Lake Erie Basin, is the majority of it is farmland. So even, I think the studies from OSU show that maybe there's a 0.5 pound of phosphorus coming off per acre of farmland. But when you add up 400,000 acres of farmland, that's a lot of phosphorus. So, you know, it's great, you know, everybody's experts on the wetlands and things, but the farmers are really a key player in this. And they do listen, but I think a lot of it's going to have to be one-on-one with the farmers. So I do think it can be done. It may take regulations, but it can be done. I'm hopeful, along with everyone else here, that it can be done.
Thank you, Linda. And what a keen insight about the importance of inviting the farmers to the table and meeting them where they are, right? And there's some evidence that there's a generational thing going on here, that some of the people you're talking about that are less receptive and less interested in the data are the older generation, but they're kids that are digital natives and maybe are have an expectation around that's part of their worldview. So it'll be interesting to see if that dynamic plays out and helps bring them into the table, because without them buying in, you're right, it probably will take regulation, and probably all of the wrong kinds of regulation, right? That just the stuff that doesn't work as well as you hope.